What up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to probably the second to last Futties video, SBC wise anyway, that will be on the channel, because I'm pretty sure this is the 9th winner in Gabriel Jesus and then the 10th and final nominations, if I'm correct anyway. Not too sure about that. I think we've now had 10. But basically, yeah, we've got an 85 rated 5-star skiller, Premier League striker, Brazilian. Like, that's a really, really nice card on this game. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to unlock it today. And then we've also got 3 new nominees who, to be honest, the one who's going to win is Klein, but I would much prefer either, like, Perez or Aurier. Honestly, I'd prefer either of them, because I've got Tots Kyle Walker, but obviously I can see how a lot of people would probably want Klein. I am going to withhold my vote from him today, but I'll show you how you could do it anyway. Let's get started today with Gabriel Jesus then. So, what we've got here is, I've gone a slightly different route. I guess a lot of people would probably want to just stick in their Gabriel Jesus Futties that they got recently. I didn't actually vote for him. I voted only for Asensio, just because 1, I was running out of players, and 2, I was so sure that Jesus was going to win. And he's like 4 ratings lower than Asensio and cost the exact same to get him. So I thought, if I can get Asensio, I'm going to submit him, and it makes my requirements a lot less than before, or 4 ratings less than before. And then also, over the last couple of days, I've picked up the likes of Thiago, Leno, Socrates, and Javi Martinez, like the high-rated players in this squad, for cheaper than they were whenever the last time I bought them. So, like, I think Leno was like 22k at one point. I got him for 14 today, which I thought was actually quite good. I figured, like, at this point in the game, maybe there's slightly less, people are less invested now, so the crazy prices that these 85s and 86s went up to were actually starting to come down quite considerably, probably by about 15 to 20%, which is actually quite good. So the route I've gone down is to use a few of these higher rated players. So I have got an 86 in Leno, I've got 3 85s in Socrates, Martinez, and Thiago. I've got an 84 here in Koke, he's not a left back obviously, but he just fits the old rating. That was the last player I put into the squad. So rather than going out and getting an 84 rated left back, which would probably be expensive, I just got a Spanish 84 rated player that I figured would probably be one of the cheaper ones. And then the rest of the squad is basically just Spaniards that I had in the club. So 81s, 82s. I know Morata's transferred now, and this card might be worth a little bit of something. But again, it's something I had in the club. I don't plan on using him or anything like that. And it all ties up to Asensio. And with half the team having loyalty, half of it not having loyalty, we managed to get the 86 chem. So you'd be fine if you were to go out and buy all of these players and whatnot. But just remember, if you are going to use Gabriel Jesus, you're going to need to, somewhere amongst this squad, you're going to need to get 4 more ratings overall, because Jesus is a 78, and if you're using him instead of Asensio, then yeah, it's going to require a more of a higher rating overall. But that's the route I've gone down today, because I'm never planning on using a pink nominee Asensio. I'm going to just get rid of him and get myself an awesome looking Gabriel Jesus. Let's do it right now, shall we? Ooh, Gabriel Jesus done 85 rating overall, which of course tops and beats the one to watch and inform version that he already has on the game. 90 pace, 92 dribbling, 86 shooting. I actually can't wait to use him, test him out, and see if he deserves a spot in my final Premier League side, because he actually looks very, very good. Of course, 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. I'll be interested to know what his strength and his stamina are in game, because they're going to be 2 important stats as to showing how good he's going to be in game. But we'll stick him into the club, and we'll discard the kit that I've had for literally 9 times at this point. And now we can move on to the final 3. So I don't know who I would want to win more, Perez or Aurier. Like, Aurier I think is probably one of my favourite players in terms of a right back, and plus we've already got the who is it, Marquinhos, team of the season player. Like, if you did the tournament and won him back in the day, then yeah, you will have got him. So that's one reason I kind of want to get Aurier to win. But then again, Bruno Perez, we could do with a really solid right back in the Serie A, because of course we've now got the Futties version of Florenzi, and he would work out quite well and fit into the team really well, get a nice strong link to the Futties Florenzi. So again, I would like that as well. The one I least want is literally the Premier League version, which would be Nathaniel Klein. But this is how I've gone ahead and got Aurier today. I've used Spaniards either from the La Liga or the second league of Spain, and 4 golds from the La Liga, who of course I mean, one of them's high rated, I guess, in Alcacer, 81. But again, he's been in my club for ages, just sitting around, and I figured I'd end up using him for an SBC at some point down the line, which we have done right here. So only 4 golds needed, but I don't think these golds are particularly expensive at this point in time. So if you don't have loads of silvers, I mean, either go and buy them if they're not too expensive from the second La Liga, or just, you know, go out and pick up a few golds. Typically this SBC costs around like 5 to 10,000 coins every time. You literally need a 60 chemistry, 75 rated squad. So there's so many ways to do it, right? But we can go ahead and get Aurier. And even if he doesn't win, at least I now have an 83 rated Aurier, like a pink version that I can stick in the club. Because the gold version of Aurier stays in my club for all of about 2 days every time I get him, because I need to use a high rated right back for an SBC, and I always just end up getting rid of Aurier. I don't know why, but he's obviously one of the cheaper ones to get rid of at some point in time. Now, Nathaniel Klein, we could use Italians today. I've used 5 players from either the Serie A, or if they're not Italian, they're from the Serie A, and then Serie B players that are silver and Italian, just to get some strong links together. Obviously, we've managed to get 100 chem easy here, and I don't think the Serie B, I don't think there's any SBCs that ever really need those players, and you'll probably find if you don't discard everything or sell everything, you've probably got some players from that league. Go ahead and use them, and well, I've got rid of some golds from the Italian league, because again, I never really see myself using these players. I am running very short now on non-rare gold players, or even rare gold players. Like, my club goes from 90 rated, 89 rated, 88 rated to like 81, 82 rated players. It's crazy. The drop off is real, and that's just because obviously we've been doing all of these SBCs for the past like 6 weeks. So I'm not gonna submit. No, God, I nearly submitted and cast my vote. I'm not gonna submit because I don't need a Nathaniel Klein, and to be honest, if either one of these two win, like, Aurier is the highest rated one out of the lot, so I'm happy to get him, either if he wins or if he doesn't. I don't want to help Nathaniel Klein win, because I really don't want him. I will vote for Perez as well, because either way, at least I'll have one at the end anyway, because I'm pretty sure I use regular Perez as my right back now that I've got Florenzi as a centre mid. And as you can see with this particular squad, we got Germans, either from the Bundesliga or the second Bundesliga. Literally, it doesn't matter if they're rare, gold. To me, it doesn't really, I don't really care, because I'm never going to use them. And I've got, you know, I've managed to get 5 golds in here and 6 silver players, so it's the majority is silver, I guess you could say, or higher percentages anyway. And that's how we're going to do it today. So what I would suggest to you guys is that you do go ahead and vote for either Perez or for Aurier. Now, yeah, I just feel like no matter what, the winner is always going to be like somewhere between 70 to 130k, depending on what overall rating the player gets. I think that's pretty much the cost of it. And if you think about how expensive that is to have an untradeable Premier League right back, when you could get lots of different options and different variants of players that are tradable for cheaper. I guess it's the same with either league, right? So it doesn't actually matter too much. But I just feel like at this point in the game, a Futties winner, Nathaniel Klein, wouldn't be as good or as usable as an inform or a team of the season version of Kyle Walker. So I would just suggest that you don't. I don't know if people are literally calling it the Plutties at this point in time, because there's so many Premier League winners. But we'll submit and we will get Bruno Perez. The only one I won't get today is the Englishman Nathaniel Klein, who I've actually met in real life, and I've played a game of FIFA against him. Me and Ryan Bertrand teamed up and lost against Nathaniel Klein and Bateson at the launch event last year. So let's quickly go into my squad and add in. No, I don't want to leave. I want to go to my Premier League team. This is what it's currently looking like, and I'm going to switch Musa straight out because I don't need him anymore. I've got a better player now. I've got a 5-star skiller in Gabriel Jesus. Welcome to the club, my friend. I actually think he looks very good. 90 pace, 92 dribbling. Yeah, high work rates doesn't ever really bother me because, let's face it, my striker, Harry Kane, who I love so much, is also a high striker. I don't think they really affect players this year, but Jesus will probably do some damage with his 5-star skill moves. I'll try and do some Berbers or some McGeady spins, some chops and turns that only 5-star skillers can do. But the Premier League team is looking quite pink. It's got like a pink line going all the way through, and then we've got tots and end of eras and all sorts of good stuff in there as well. So if you've enjoyed the video, found it useful at all, smash a thumbs up on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a good day, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.